Hey guys, Gilly writes comics and stuff. Just doing a quick little, like a quick video review. I'm a big horror dude. I grew up on horror. In the 80s, horror was my jam. Somehow, I was that kid that would sneak out of his room to see what Pops was watching on the VCR, on VHS. And a lot of times he didn't know I was just literally in the background with my hands over my ears because somehow the music would always freak me out, watching horror. So I got a soft spot for horror. I'm a horror fan or fanatic, I guess you can say. I'm also a Christian writer. So, someone, I guess, a Christian that likes horror, I guess that's like you're not supposed to like horror. I've been told, but I am who I am and I embrace horror. There's a lot of good narratives you can pull out from horror, so it's what I do. So with this segment, I'd like to call it Netflix and GIL. Not Netflix and chill, Netflix and GIL. So what I'll be doing is I'll just pretty much watch a movie, and I'll just let you know if it's worth your time or not. So if it's worth a watch, I'll say yeah. So I pretty much yesterday I saw this movie that was on my queue, on my list. It's called He's Out There. And I kind of love these horror titles that are just simple. Get Out for one, Don't Breathe, Lights Out, He's Out There. I kind of, as a writer, I kind of want to create something similar. Maybe Look Behind You or Behind You. I don't know, but He's Out There. It's a pretty good horror. The premise is pretty much a family, you know, going on a vacation retreat, a weekly, not a weekly, it's like a yearly thing they do. They vacation out at their home, like a cabin home they got, not a cabin home, but a home out isolated out in the woods. But the movie He's Out There, okay, it's twistedly dark and sinister. Okay. It's eerily more than like a cat and mouse game. It's not predictable. Okay. It's frighteningly fresh. Okay. It's creepy. It's frighteningly fresh. You're definitely going to come away with something here, especially if you like horrors that kind of have like a dark theme, children's type story, like the Babadook had a book. You got a little, if that kind of tickles your fancy, you got a little something like that, a little sample of that in this movie as well. It dares and it does. He's out there. It goes there. It dares and it does. For me, it revolves around this axe wielding psycho, who's more than he seems, as he brutally and maniacally torments a vacation family in devious ways. Okay. The acting is competent enough, right, to keep the chills pulsing throughout. Okay. You won't be disappointed. I don't like giving spoilers. I'm not for throwing too much out there. But it's definitely worth a watch. So my opinion is yes. We look at the cover here. We got a young mom, two daughters. Okay, so the young girls and the acting, I mean, it was pretty good. Um, and who doesn't like a horror movie where there's a family thinking they're safe and there's just someone watching and someone out there? And, I mean, we've seen those movies before. They've been done to death. So trust me when I tell you that He's Out There definitely brings a breath of fresh air to this type of horror piece. Um, the villain, the bad guy or whatnot, he's definitely got some layers. It's interesting, twisted, dark, evil. diabolical, all that. But the movie is filmed in a way where the pacing is good, um, and the horror it keeps you on the edge. Um, so I mean, it has a little 4 stars here on the cover. I definitely agree with that. I definitely go as far as saying that it's definitely one of my favorite horror movies that I've ever seen. So that shows you that, as a new release, or I don't know when this movie was released, but it got its chops. Its horror chops are right on the money. So if you're on Netflix and you're into horror and you kind of like, you know, realistic horror, serial killer type, cat and mouse, a little bit above cat and mouse, but that whole, family out in the woods deal, this one jacks it up a notch or two. So if that's your type of horror, or it fits within your wheelhouse, definitely give He's Out There a spin. If you're on Netflix, definitely worth your time, definitely worth a watch. Gilly, signs off on it, and he definitely says, yes, you can waste your hour and a half, hour and 35 minutes on this movie. It's well written, and it brings a nice touch to horror. It's a good contribution. It's a good addition. You won't be disappointed. So guys, there you have it. As Dark Side puts it, spine chillingly good. I will definitely uh, tip my hat to that. And He's Out There is definitely worth a watch. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. Mark my words. This is Gilly signing off with Netflix and Gil. He's Out There. Check it out. Let me know in the comments below if you're willing to check it out. If you did check it out, let me know what you thought. Spoiler-free comments, please. Until next time, guys. Laters.